Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess. I go by Melinda, NailFanatic, and I'm back to do your latest free tarot message. This time from the Tipsy Tarot series. I got me a few of these in the fridge, and one right here. I'm about to crack it open in a second, my dear. So if you're in sobriety, if you just got a pin or a chip or whatever it is, you might not want to watch this episode. You know what I'm saying? If drinking triggers you, you might not want to watch this episode. If you don't like curse words, you probably don't want to ever come back to my show at all. But if you choose to stay, if it resonates, you can pick it up and run with it if you want to, or you can leave it where you found it. Whatever you decide to do, remember that you're responsible for the choices and decisions that you make in your life. Make them responsibly. I went out. I thought I was going to have fun. I was bored as fuck while I was out. And you know what? All I wanted to do was get back here and get to you. I was like, I'm going to go do a session of Tipsy Tarot. I'm going to sit there and get tipsy with my crew today. That was the plan. So this is going to be our Tarot in the Shadows episode for today. I'm going to burn up some incense, and I'm going to open up and crack this beer. Give y'all a chance to tune in. If you got something heavy on your mind, put something in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments. We'll be going over some of the comments today. I'd rather you keep it on something that could be beneficial for the whole tribe instead of just you and your personal situation. If it's about your personal situation, but it's general principalities that can benefit the whole tribe, I still want to answer that. So now that the beer is open, let's see what we can do for you. Shalou. Cheers. I came home, my daughter was like, what happened? I said, nothing. I just figured out I was happier at home. And they laughed at me. The kids laughed at me. I'm like, yeah, I went out. I thought we're going to have a good time. And all I could think of do was come home and do Tipsy Tarot. Her friend said, Tipsy Tarot? I said, yeah, that's where I drink and talk a little bit of shit, use the cards and stuff. So I'm here. I'm ready to do this. I got my handmade oracle right here. And the After Tarot was what deck I was guided to pull out. So I want to say what's up with everyone out there. I hope that you're doing well. I know that the winter brings in other challenges. I know that the holiday time brings in other challenges. I know all these friends and family gatherings brings in other challenges. So how you doing? How you holding up with all of that stuff? Let's see. Whew. Interesting. Depressed as fuck. Didn't want to wake up anymore. Don't want to try anymore. I'm not a victim. I'm not a crybaby. It has been severe, though. Like looping thoughts of how I'm going to leave this place. You know what it is? I feel like immediately when I read your comment, my love, I feel like you're really sensitive to the shift that's happening right now. I feel like I'm sensitive to it as well. I feel like that's a big part of why I brought my ass home tonight, because there is a big shift going on for us people. And if you're feeling the weight, if you're feeling the heaviness, emotional heaviness, I don't think that that's abnormal for tribe right now. I feel like that's actually like right on point. Because you have to remember something. We channeled this through in the beginning of the whole COVID lockdown. So what was that? The early part of 2020, probably about April sometime, we channeled this message. It said, the tribe, we're here to anchor in the age of Aquarius, honey. We are the anchors of this love, peace, and happiness of the age of Aquarius. Yes, that's what we're here for. You know, we were born at this time for a reason too. And when you vibrate so high, I see you all, different ones of you, coming in and agreeing with this sentiment. You know, there's a lot of it because when you vibrate so high, just from your existence, you create a counterbalance for the lower vibrations. So you're constantly, just from being alive, transmuting energies. You're transmuting energies, transmuting energies, taking that dark and transmuting it into light. This is something that you do just for existing, right? And so sometimes when you're doing a lot of that, you could feel heaviness. So what I want you all to remember, if you're in agreement with Chalet about this heavy feeling that's going around in this time during these days, what we want you to remember is that, honey, remember to ask, is this mine? Don't ask me. Don't ask another person. Ask your higher self. Ask spirit. Just like when I asked spirit, should I go to another bar? I went to 2 bars thinking I was going to have a good old time. No, I did not. I was like, should I go to the third? They were like, no. I was like, do I want to be out? They were like, no. Do I want to go home and do another tarot? They were like, yeah. So here I am, right? So likewise, you ask yourself, you learn to listen to that answer, and 99% of the time, you're going to hear, nope, it's not even yours. Especially if you're in tune with tribe energy here on this channel. If you're brought here, if you're guided here, oh yeah, honey, you are tribe, okay? And I don't care how bad you're feeling, you're still vibrating higher than most because of your conscious choices, because of your conscious awareness of your ability to bring the light to any shadow, because of the fact that you've done so much shadow work, all of these things. Look, this card wants to fall out while I'm trying to shuffle here. It's the Strength card. You have the power, and it's coming out with the 6 of Cups. Interesting. So that's like power to overcome the past. Power to overcome the past. Here's the thing. You are here not only to anchor the age of Aquarius, but what I'm getting with the power to overcome the past is that you're here as a karma breaker. Thank you. A karma breaker. Yes. A karma breaker. One who shifts the patterns, the familial patterns. Oh, so familiar. What was also familiar to me? Abuse, depression, violence, infidelity, addiction. That was familiar to my upbringing. So, you have different things too that are familiar to your upbringing, and you're here to shift these energies. You're here to transmute them, to break the cycles. The shit stops here. The shit stops here. We clean the shit out. We don't pass it down to the next generation. That's not what we do. That's what they did to us, right? So you could be feeling very heavy right now. What we want you to know is the way you feel right now is okay. They're showing me one of the cards I created for the download deck. Well, I didn't create it for the download deck. God gave me this message when I needed it the most. And then it went into the download deck, which is what the download deck is. It's like a series of channel messages that I received to give me the assistance and the guidance that I needed during my own life challenges. What it said was, the way you feel right now is okay. We want you to know that there is a dawn, a bright light coming to your dark day. So just know that it will feel better. You will feel better. This is just a moment in passing. I really want to find it. So because I'm horrible at quoting things, even if I fucking wrote it, I don't quote very accurate to the point. But let me see if I could just find it real quick. Oh, goodness. So there is a break to your dark night, you know, and the way you feel right now is okay. There's nothing wrong with the way you feel right now. It is going to be times where you don't feel happy, go lucky, and all that stuff, you know. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Ooh, because the struggle brings character. I got more character than Disney and Cartoon Network combined. I'm looking at all the cards and I'm like, wow, all these haven't come out. Some of these we ain't seen in a while. Wow, that's interesting. Hold on a second. I hope it's in here. I swear it's in this deck. The way you feel. I swore it was in this deck. The way you're feeling right now, it's all right. This is a reminder that there is a daybreak to your dark night. When you're ready to move on, just reach for a better feeling thought. Before you know it, you'll see the love in all that you've got. So, there is a daybreak to your dark night. There are a lot of things that have been going on Earth overall, energetically, as well as in our physical realm, that can make it very challenging right now. All this is on top of all the shit you already remember. Oh, Lord. So, if you acknowledge that you ain't feeling the best, just know that there's coming a time where you get to have the rest from all of this. Somebody says, I don't want to wait, Melinda. I'm fucking tired of this shit. I don't want to wait for it. I hear you, baby. I hear you, baby. But you gonna. You ain't got no damn choice to. You strong. Just like that strength card come out. You strong, honey. And I hear my own self from the past say, I'm fucking tired of finding out how strong I am. I hear you, boo. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. I see we got the Jaguar with us, DJ Damo, and Judith. That's what's up. So let's see what the spirit wants to say about this heavy feeling. What is the reason for this heavy feeling that is going on around tribe? Wow. It's this. There's love. There's love. That's ended. And we're focused on this. With the 8 of Swords, there's a focus on it. Okay. There's a need to break yourself free from it. So a lot of it has to do with loved ones that we've lost. A lot of it could have to do with ones who have passed and transitioned into spirit. A lot of this heavy feeling has to do with shit. I was so fucking in love with you. And what did you do? What did you do? You know? So why are there heavy feelings? Because you've given up a lot. You've given up a lot. They're showing me, again, the snake that sheds its skin. They're showing me the reading I did for the zodiac sign of Libra, where spirit came through and the orb dropped in the video. You can see it very clearly. And what they're showing me that I channeled during that video was, in order to ascend to the next level, you had to ascend alone. You had to ascend alone. You could not ascend with everybody that was in your zone, because they didn't do the work. They didn't make the choices. They didn't do the evolution. They didn't do the shadow work. They didn't look at their own pains and hurts and heals and do something about it that made it fit better for real. Okay. They didn't do any of that. The other thing about this time of year is when it's winter time and the days are short, your body, believe it or not, actually has a strong reaction to the lack of sunlight. The lack of exposure to sunlight alone has huge effects on the human body and the human psyche. So if you've been feeling down, one of the things that you can do is spend some time outdoors in the sun intentionally. When the sun is up, go sit your ass outside, soak it up, visualize the energy, feel it on your skin, visualize it coming in. You know, so I haven't talked about this in a while. Cheers to my mommy, who is in spirit. I love you, mommy, and my daddy. But right now I'm thinking about mommy for this message. Well, my mother used to say, hold on while I'm making a whole mess all over myself. Trying to talk and drink all at the same time. Bitch, calm down. I'm just being bougie for some. I don't know. Did you laugh? So, my mother from South Korea, she a 5 foot tall, little tiny Korean lady. And whenever she would use kimchi on the cutting board, she would chop up the kimchi on the cutting board. The cutting board would get stained. Kimchi makes an orange stain all up over anything that it touches. It really is bad. But you know what? She taught me that you could put it in the sunlight and just leave it there for like an hour. The sun will take that stain right out. Likewise, within you. If the sun can do that to a fucking cutting board, what does it do to you when you sit in the energy of the sun? What does it do to you when you sit in the energy of the sun and you're conscious of the fact that the sun is a purifier? That it removes stains, that it removes blemishes, that it removes marks. You know, I'm not saying to sit in the sun all fucking day long. Just for a few minutes is all it takes. Intentional sunbathing. And then there's the whole energy that's coming through of melatonin in your skin. You know, melatonin in your skin. It transmutes the light of the sun into pure positive energy for you. So, losses and deaths are difficult to deal with. And at this time of the year, there's a lot of people, you know, we thinking about our family. We remembering when mom and dad was here and we used to all sit at the kitchen table together and have Christmas dinner and shit like that, you know? It's okay if you're not feeling great every day. So one thing that gets twisted about me and even about this channel, because I'm all about that love and peace and happiness. So some people think I never get upset. Some people think I'm never sad. Bitch, you a whole mess if that's what you think. Because sometimes I'm a whole mess. You know what I'm saying? All it means is that even if I do have those moments that are down, I know that I can reach for that better feeling thought and turn this whole shit around. I don't stay there longer than I need to. I don't stay there longer than it's true. I know that feelings are just like clouds. They move in and then they move on out too. But the difficult part is owning it. So if you're feeling down, I would say, okay, I'm feeling this way. But I wouldn't say I am this. You're not sad. You're not depressed. You are you. The depressed, the sad, the pain, the sorrow, the loss, the tears, those are just feelings. They're not you. You are not your feelings. Remove yourself from thinking that you're the feelings. I like what Katie, welcome to the channel. First time catching me live. Holla. That's what's up, baby. Katie says the sun is also light, which is literally intelligence too. So it is light is intelligence. Light is consciousness, bringing the light of consciousness into the darkness. So one of the other things, we had the checkline card come out, was it yesterday, from the handmade oracle decks? The checkline is about, is this mine? You ask yourself, is this mine? If it's not, then you know, how do I transmute this though? So if you're feeling some heavy feelings, Chalet, everybody else from the tribe who get these feelings going on right now, it's like, listen, baby. Okay, is this mine? First off, I'm feeling crappy. Is this mine? No. Okay, cool. I choose to let it go. And then just know that it will lighten up and it will go away. And some of you will feel the immediate sensation of it. I had a lot of people, when I tell them, especially when they in my immediate, because like I can talk to y'all all day. I can read your comments, but it's different when it's a conversation back and forth. And they'll tell me like, oh, I feel better already. The other thing is, so once in a while you might get a, yeah, it's yours, bitch. And it's like, okay, what can I do to transmute this? How can I transmute these energies? How can I shift this feeling? How can I reach for a better feeling thought? Don't just own that shit and let it sit there with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like my mother said, you might have been born in the shit, but you don't have to say that. You get yourself up, clean up, and move on from it. Wow. So Jaguar says, and feeling reminds me I am here. I am alive and I can transmute it. It's a part of this experience and I know I can feel it just as much as happiness, love, and peace. Praise. That's absolutely right. Any feeling that you're having is not who you are. It's something you feel, it's momentary, and it will shift and it will change. But we got to allow that, right? We got to choose that. And so I'm concerned because the initial comment that started this conversation was, I see, what was it? Something about seeing glimpses of you leaving the world. Okay, well, we all know that's going to happen at some point in time. But honey, you still here. You still got more to do. Otherwise, you'd have been gone. You'd been on that journey already. So, you stuck with us. That's what we want to say. You stuck with us. It's not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I was talking to my daughter's friend. I was telling him, because he was saying he has some pain that he was feeling, and I told him, and this is his first time hearing it, but I was reminded about when my left eye was in excruciating pain. It was on the third day of crying. Oh God, please take it away. Please take it away. Please make this pain stop. Crying. And then I realized, bitch, what you resist persists, what you embrace, you can erase. This is why acknowledging the actual feeling is so important, because if you're like, nope, I'm not sad, I'm not mad, I'm happy, you fucking lying bitch. That's resistance like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got to at least start at the right GPS. But what I did tell him was, you know what, when my eye was so sore and it felt like I was being cut repeatedly by razor blades in my left eye, and I couldn't sleep and I couldn't be awake, it was just so painful. When I realized that I was in this state of, I fucking hate this, please make it stop, please make it stop, please make it stop, made it keep going, then I began to look at what are the reasons why I'm grateful for the pain in my eye. And as absurd as that sounds, I found a few. I remember the first one that came to me was, I'm so thankful and grateful for my vision. Yeah, motherfucking eye was sore off the fucking chain, but that meant that I had vision. As soon as I said that I was grateful for my vision, I knew that consciously, when I initially blurted it out, I was thinking about the fact that I could still see from my other eye clearly. But when I blurted it out, I saw my third eye expand. Okay. And then I remember thinking and giving gratitude for, I'm so thankful and grateful for the pain that I feel, because it means my body is choosing to heal. It's not dead. It's healing. I can still feel. So I'll be able to see perfectly at it again, and this pain will go away eventually. So as I did that, I don't know how long it didn't feel like long at all. All I know is the next thing I know, I was waking up. I was fucking waking up. You know, I was waking up. And let me tell you, I don't know how long or how quickly I fell asleep, but when I woke up, oh Lord, there was no more pain ever again. It's never happened again. I've never had the pain again. Never, ever had the pain again. So there's something important there about acknowledging where you're at, no matter how ugly it feels. No matter how ugly it is, acknowledge where you're at. Find reasons that you're grateful for your state of being. And you have to believe that things actually can get better. Like, you have to have at least a bit of belief, at least a faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. So you have to at least have a little bit of belief. How can you be grateful for what you have? This kind of reminds me about money too now. Let's talk about money for a minute. Because what had happened was, shit, I grew up watching the struggle, man. My dad said, let's go to the mall. We went to the secondhand store, the Salvation Army, the main store of the Salvation Army, where my daddy cousin probably still to today, the general manager. I don't know if she still worked there. I haven't talked to her in a long time. But anyway, she was the general manager of the thing. So we could go in there and get a steal of a deal all day long. No problem. We could afford that, right? My mother worked 2 jobs my whole life, and for a little while, she worked 3 jobs in order to take care of us. We did have food stamps for a while when I was younger, and my father used to pick up scrap metal and go recycle it from people's. He would pick up scrap metal and garbage from the alleys and go recycle it at the junkyard to get a little bit of coin. I grew up in a neighborhood where at the corner was the projects, and across the street was the community clinic, and across on the opposite side of that street was the community rec center. I grew up in the fucking hood. As a matter of fact, there was a whole lawsuit because there was also some kind of plant, a plant that dealt with asbestos. I believe it was an asbestos plant down the street. Anyways, it was one of those neighborhoods. Industrial neighborhood, underlooked, ridden with poverty and everything else that comes with it. And I remember, okay, how am I going to shift my energy? I'm the only one who's bringing any money in. I have a household full of 6 at the time between everybody that I was taking care of. How am I going to do this? And I remember Abraham Hicks. One of the things I heard from Abraham Hicks when I started listening to her was, if you're the one person who is responsible for channeling the abundance to take care of all these people, you need to be grateful for that. Don't be spiteful for it, because in your gratitude, you'll bring more of it, right? It's a privilege. Let me tell you something. Somebody out there, you taking care of a hell of a lot of kids, people, adults, some motherfucking people that ain't taking care of themselves. Don't be spiteful about it. Don't be pissed off about it. That don't mean let yourself get it taken advantage of. Neither trust and believe. We don't do none of that around here. But what does mean, be grateful and thankful that you are the one to channel that wealth to take care of them. Because the universe, especially when it comes to children, people, I try to tell you, don't get mad the kids need new shoes. Don't get mad that the kids outgrow their clothes. Don't get mad because the kids need money for school shit. Don't get mad about none of that. I'm so thankful and grateful that I got this money to give to you, baby. And God's the one to take care of the babies. See, that's what you got to understand. You're just a caretaker. I don't give a fuck if it came through your portal, because that's what it is. It's a portal, people. Anyway, come through your portal. You still just a caretaker. That's it. You are the caretaker. You're the vessel that brought it in. And you know what? Your attitude of taking care of it is the attitude that you're going to get it with to take care of them. And you're going to take care of them one way or another. You want to be a hard ass towards taking care of him, then guess what? You'll be a hard ass to get the needs you need to take care of them. But when you be like, oh, my kids are growing so big. They need new clothes again. I'm so look, this is the last little bit I got. I'm finna go get these clothes for the kids. You take care of the kids, so you make sure you take care of this too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I found out with money? It's more stepping out on faith, getting what I need done, and knowing that somehow everything is always paid. It's always paid. It's always paid. It's always paid. I've been doing this shit for years now. The other thing that I did to transmute the energies around money was stop looking at money as the only thing that indicated wealth. I switched my mentality because I stopped looking at money as wealth. Money is not wealth. Money is a means to an end. What real wealth is the shit you can't buy. Time is wealth. Love is wealth. So while I had all those kids in my house and my sister, and I'll come home and everybody's like, oh, you're home, blah, blah. I get so excited, right? To see me. So thankful and grateful for a house full of love. So thankful and grateful for a house full of love. And somebody right now is stuck in sadness. Yeah, I see you, girl. You stuck in sadness because it's not there no more. I understand the pain that is not there no more. Gratitude that it is there though. Remember we talked earlier in the download about speaking to their spirit and their heart, not their ears or their face? We didn't know that the downloads was getting us ready for this tipsy tarot. Because that's how they're still here in every place. Her grace, the card Her Grace comes through. The card called Her Grace comes through. It talks about if you, right now what it's giving me, and that's not on the table right now, but it was in the reading from earlier, the download. And it's talking about if you could see, because she was like this. Remember I was talking about how she was like on the wave, on the flow, with her head lifted though. Trusting and knowing. Not needing her physical eyes to see, but flowing. It's like you can touch in between here and there. The physical and the spiritual. You can feel that. You can do that. But the only thing I hear, the only thing that's blocking you is that you keep saying, they're not here. They're not here. In some sort of way, different words probably, but you're saying they're not here, they're not here, they're not here. They can't be here if you keep not acknowledging their presence. If you can't see it here, you'll never see it anywhere else. So there's that. There's that. And let me tell you something. I could talk about children that go away. They're still alive. I'm so thankful and grateful for that. But they've been away. They've been away. The other two children that I raised, my star babies. They my star babies. Anyways. I feel like I want to pull a card. I'm so thankful and grateful. Okay, I want to pull a card for my handmade oracle. What do we want? What do you want to talk about? What you want to say? What you want to talk about this day? What you want to talk about? What you want to say? What you want to talk about this day? What you want to talk about? What you want to say? What you want to talk about this day? I'm on the way. I hear I'm on the way. I hear I'm on the way. Working my way back to you, babe. With a burning love inside. Oh, somebody forgot about these realities. They're always with you. They're in spirit, but they're always with you. You can't remove yourself from them. Somebody forgot about that. And now your mind just shifted. You just had a shift. You felt that shift in your spirit. you had a shift. With that awareness, you had a shift, emotional shift. You're probably fucking crying right now. If it's you, you're probably fucking crying right now because you had this shift. And now they're working their way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. Because you just acknowledge that they're here and they're alive. They're just not in a physical body anymore. And when you put your head there, it brought them back. It brought them back. Interesting. So I hear over the next days to come, you'll think about them and what they would have said or what they would have done. You might catch a whiff of them, their favorite perfume or cologne, or the way it cooked, or the way it smelled in their home. Know that this is them with you. That is the evidence that you're receiving intuitively. You think your nose is smelling something. Your nose ain't smelling shit. Your third eye is smelling, honey. Your third eye is smelling it. Your crown chakra received it. Your third eye is perceiving it. It's all happening all in an instantaneous flow. And it's only able to come in because your heart is open, though. Interesting. Okay. The love is the key. The key needs to be inserted into the heart. The love is the key. Okay. If you could understand that from the place that you are right now, you're actually doing better than you've ever done. And how is that true? And how much stuff have you overcome? And somebody's comparing who they are now to where they used to be in some sort of way, but there's something more important here where you find yourself now at this point, don't you see? If you don't yet see what it is, now's the time to stop and ask that question. What is it? And let's use a card. What is it here that they're here to see? Okay, and immediately the cards flip in my hand. We have first the Four of Pentacles, pulling back and holding on to your own energy. Listen, again, somebody in their, okay, home, and thinking about what is over. Wow. Four of Cups. Pulling your energy back because you thought something was going to make you happy. You thought it would bring you emotional stability. You're like, fuck that shit. That water is poison. I'm good. You took the cup and you pour the cup out. Somebody just having a good cry. I want you to know something. If this is you, it's Queen of Pentacles energy, and this has to do with you and your value and your worth and self-development right now. You are the treasure. This is about you and self-development. Anywhere where you're holding on to emotions about something from the past, you're having a heavy emotional state, you're in some tears right now this day. First off, can you feel the hug? Because there are arms wrapped all the way around you, just hugging you wherever you're at. And I hear from behind, specifically from behind. There's an energy hugging you from behind. It's a beautiful energy. Okay. And this energy is there in a beautiful way all the time. No, somebody's saying it's a monkey on my back. No, it's not a fucking monkey on your back. The monkey on your back is what you're releasing right now. Something kept you in the same emotional state. You had to transmute this energy. You had to shift out of this to get into the next gate. Just like I was talking about, certain things can't go through with you from the old life to the portal to the new place. And in that video for Libra we talked about first class, honey. You got a ticket to the first class. You got a first class ticket. That admits you to the first class lounge. If you have a fucking coach ticket, you don't get in the first class lounge. There ain't nothing you can say or do about it, but get you a fucking first class ticket. Then if I'm not mistaken, then you can always go in the first class lounge if you have a first class ticket. Okay. So, why are these heavy feelings here? Because you've been holding on to them. It's time to dump them out. You've been holding on to them for so long that they've made a lot of actual things happen in your physical 3D experience. If you're still listening right now and you're triggered as fuck by this reading, good on you. We're proud of you because you're taking it in. You're listening to another thing. The agitation you feel inside is because you're perfect. The agitation in the Pandora's box. The Pandora box is still there. It's you. This was part of your Pandora's box. But listen, this is a release that has to happen to help you in your own development, in the development of yourself. You are the treasure. From my handmade oracle, these cards fell out. Let's see what we have. What is it? What is it? What's the karmic intentions? Renew your resolve and commitment to love the life you have, and make sure you follow through on it too. That's what's going on. Like I said, certain things, again, Masaru Emoto and the rice experiment. Yeah. That little, what's it, a minute and a half video? If you ain't watched it on YouTube yet, are you serious? And why not? Like, because it's a physical example that has been reduplicated by many people. It's been imitated by a lot of fucking people out there. The Masaru Emoto rice experiment has been, you can look at all the other people that tried it, and it's always the same results. When you speak love, pure positive words to something, the same substances, the same thing will react different as when you speak hateful words to it. And it will react even differently than if you ignore it completely. I mean, from fermented rice wine sort of thing to a mildewy, to a even more disgusting, moldy, mildewy. People have redone this over and over and over again. So this is what has been going on here. Speaking out all the horrible. This is the thing that fucked up my life. That ruined everything. You're staying stuck in the moment of the transition. The transition isn't happening in this card. You've had the transition already. Okay. But still trying to hold on to it in some sort of way is keeping it like it's still happening now. And that's why this is coming up now, because it's important to release this. Admit where you're at, admit what you feel, release it, give it up to the universe. Give up what? Give up the feelings, give up the tears, scream it out, curse it. I recommend you do this in the privacy of your own space, or at least let motherfuckers who are close enough to care or do something about it. Let them know I'm having a moment. Don't pay no attention to what you hear coming out of my room. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Go in the door, lock that motherfucker. I did that before. I literally came out. That morning I woke up feeling like crap. How many times did I have to release my father's suicide, man? How many times would I have to cry over my father? Again and again and again. And my mother again and again and again. How many times? How many times exactly? I didn't know. But it was another one of those days where I woke up feeling the weight of missing my parents so bad. And remembering my father burned to death. Again, the last thing I saw of my father was his black hand shaking out of his driver's window like this, you guys. That was my last memory. I was fucking woke up, and that's all. And I was so, I was like, I don't even want to see nobody today. It's better if I do this by myself. It's better if I do this by myself. If this is how I feel, I got to the point where I realized I had to acknowledge how I felt in order to get where I wanted to be. That it wasn't going to move on its own. I would have to have this emotion, energy. E equals energy, emotion. There's a lot of cards here. Oh, I'm not going to look. Maybe it'll come out. Anyways. In doing that, self-awareness, self-development, you holding on to something that has happened. It's already happened, but you're holding on to it, keeping it here, blocking yourself off from things as well. Notice how blocked off the heart is. See? And the mind, closed, blocked. Both blocked. by things of the physical world, the body, by the body. That's it. What you're really missing is a body. You're not even missing the person. You're missing their body. The body is just the vessel. This beer is the same fucking beer if it's in this bottle, in my stomach, or in a glass. You're welcome. That's the end of class. Psych. Just kidding. That shit was fucking funny. Ay, ay, ay. ¿Qué pasó aquí? Well, they've been through a lot of pain. They've been through a lot of hurt. You all been through a lot of pain. You all been through a lot of hurt. You've been through a lot of things. What you've been holding on to, it's time to let go of it and see what open energy brings. Ooh, okay. Whatever it takes, that is what I will do in order to spend my days and nights with you. Determination. Determination. You got to be determined. This is about the same commitment you made to love the life you have and follow through on it. The determination, whatever it takes. This is your life. Don't be the one who's pronouncing curses upon it. You don't want to be that one. Because the only one whose pronunciations about your life matter really at the end of the day is you. Life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Prophesy carefully. What else from the feels? I miss your face, taste, and smell and voice, but now I have no other choice. Social distancing. I'm telling you, this is about missing somebody. Whether this person is alive, whether this person is in spirit, this is about missing somebody. I'm missing you. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Unprepared. This takes you by surprise. These emotions come up on you and they take you by surprise. You couldn't have planned for this to happen. Some of you now wish you had planned to take a day or two off because you're not feeling like being around anybody. Somebody's like, I wish I hadn't used all my vacation time because I could really use that day now. Oh, well. The shoes you're wearing no longer fit. Time for something new. I'm telling you, this is the shedding of the old so you can get what's new for you. Holding on to that old energy continues and perpetuates a cycle that you're not enjoying at all anyway. Of holding on to the love that's lost. It's like letting it go. Somehow I got to free. Somebody's saying that, how do I do it? This person is always on my mind. How do I fucking free myself from this? How am I supposed to, how do I even get this person? I don't know how to do that. I hear you. I try to look at something else, but boom, they're back. I know it's time for something new. I see somebody arguing with me like, I know it's time for something new. I'm doing everything I can, but it's just doing what, it's doing what it does, but I'm doing what I can. Okay. I could have, I should have, I would have, but I did not. Regrets. Regrets. Do you have regrets? Did you do the best you could when you were there? Do you feel like it was up to you to make them do differently? Are you taking responsibility for somebody else's choices and decisions? When we start all the sessions, what do we tell you about responsibility? Who has it? About the choices you make? Oh, yeah, you do, right? I'm just some girl talking on the screen. They're just, and even more than me, they're not even looking at me right now. They're looking at all those fake shit that they be telling you on all these programmings that they have out. They all match each other to get y'all to be in some kind of worry, some kind of fear. This whole message for somebody that I'm channeling right now is summed up in this. You ain't going to be looking at no more news no more, honey. You ain't watching nothing. No. You ain't watching no network news no more. Oh, you like that bullshit. Somebody just figured that out. Yay, praise. Maybe a whole bunch of people did this day. But the deeper message is still true, and that's still what they want to talk more about to you. What's at the bottom of the Handmaid Oracle? I've never seen a healthy relationship in my life. I didn't know if I can do this. Doubtful. You're holding on. It's affecting everything because you're constantly repeating to yourself about not having. Because of who is no longer here, because of what bodies are no longer available for you to see. And it's not like I have never felt that. I'm not saying that it's bad for you to feel that. There is no good or bad. It is what the fuck it is. What we're saying is when you do that, if you got to do it, do it the best you can, but it isn't. If you understood that any thought you're holding on to for more than, Abraham Hicks says 68 seconds. So I say over a minute, immediately is already summoning energy to it, right? And once you held it, I think it's like, I forgot how long, it's like forming. It's forming in the physical already, fast, okay? So my personal rule is if I got something ugly that I want to talk, I really want to get it out in 1 minute or less if possible, if I have to talk about it. And I'm a big fucking blabbermouth, so I'll be talking a lot. And that's probably one reason why I talk fast. I want to spit it out and then I want to move on and finish dancing. You know what I'm saying? With my life. Because my determination and my resolve and my commitment is to what? Love the life you have and make sure you follow through on it too. Loving the life that you have is so important here for you, for all the tribe right now. Because you've been feeling a certain type of way. And it's all right. I know it don't feel good, but it's all right. This is a reminder that there is a daybreak to your dark night. When you're ready to move on, when you're ready to move on, when you're ready to move on, not when I'm ready for you to move on, not when he's ready for you to move on, not when she's ready for you to move on, not when they're ready for you to move on, when you're ready to move on, just reach for a better feeling thought. And before you know it, you'll see the love in all that you've got. So, things don't always fucking feel good, people. Everything don't always feel good. But we talk about emotional mastery a lot. And emotional mastery is remembering that no matter what's happening out there, I am different than that. I am love and peace and happiness. I'm that divine all that isness. I'm that middle place. I'm the gray. I'm the middle. I'm the creator. I'm the creative. I'm the observer and the observed. I am all of it. So I just kind of sit and watch and chill. And where there are moves to be made that put me in alignment with things that I choose because I'm responsible for the choices that I make. So then I move in that direction, right? But sometimes you wake up and you're just like, fuck the world. I feel like shit. And you might walk out your room door like I did that day and stare at my daughter straight in the face and say, I don't feel good today. If you hear me crying, yelling, cussing, whatever it is, don't mind me. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love you. Nobody did nothing wrong. Goodbye. And I went and I stayed my ass in my room. I bumped my music. I have my I feel like shit music right now. And you know what it is? I'll play Dark Side of the Moon on replay. When I was 16 years old and my dad died, 15 and a half, excuse me. When I was 15 and a half and my dad died, my uncle was fixing on my mother's car and I was sitting in my mother's car listening to the radio the whole time, Dark Side of the Moon on repeat. And then Gangsta Lean from DRS. And then now I've added to it Comfortably Numb, also from Pink Floyd. And there's a couple more, but yeah. And I bump it when I feel bad. And I give myself permission to feel what I fucking feel. It's real. Your feelings are valid, baby. Chale, your feelings are valid. Tribe, every one of you. Janine, your feelings are valid. Katie, Your feelings are valid. All your feelings are valid. All of you. The way you feel is what you feel. You can let it control you, though, or you can get to some understanding through it. You can use it as informational and guidance. Remember, the lower feeling, vibrational feeling shit is saying it feels like shit because it's shit. You need to flush it. It feels like bliss. Do more of this. It's on your path. Bliss is the feeling of alignment, of being aligned inwardly, outwardly, everywhere that you be, in all of your auric bodies. That's what bliss is. Do more of this. Keep it that way. Keep it light. Don't bring that dark into it if you don't have to. But if it comes up, don't act like it's not there. It's okay. Hey, some shit is lighter than others. Some shit ain't going to go away until you go right all the way into it. Dig it up. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of it. Flush it. Some little stuff, hey, you might be able to ignore some little shit. You know, some random person talk some shit. We don't give a fuck. We're going to go about our day. We might even laugh about it later and say, hey, I triggered the fuck out of this bitch today. She was like yelling and cursing out her window, and I just threw up the peace sign and gave her a thumbs up with a smile and kept it moving. You know what? I want you also to think about this a little bit. The closer someone is to you, the more they trigger you. The more you feel for them, the more you have resonance with them, the closer they're able to come to you. And the closer they come to you, the more triggers they have access to. So certain people don't trigger you at all. And some people, that's all they fucking do. And usually it's the ones closest to you. You'll know that you've worked through a lot of your triggers when you find more peace in the connections. Until then, rather than lose your head over shit and stress yourself out in bed over shit, ask some powerful questions. Is this mine? If no, okay, how can I let it go? If yes, okay, how can I transmute this? The check line, honey. The check line. What was at the bottom of the after tarot? We had the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine energy. But this is giving me anger, actually. It's talking about anger. It's talking about anger. Ooh, anger is the next step up from depressed. From depression, anger. It's above depressed. When you're depressed, you don't even have the energy to be angry. Once you're angry, you're in your power enough that you feel like you can do something about it. Interesting the way this has come through tonight. I didn't know what to expect. We haven't even used these at all. Let me pull some of these clarifiers on the oracle card that we pulled. The way you're feeling right now, it's all right. This is a reminder that there is a daybreak to your dark night. When you're ready to move on, just reach for a better feeling thought. Before you know it, you'll see the love in all that you've got. And I want to pull clarifiers and see about this from my handmade oracle real quick. What do you have to say about this, please and thank you? Okay, here we go. The Five of Cups, sorrow, loss, regret. If you did all you could, that's somebody here feels like they could have done more. I should have did more. I should have did something else. I should have tried that. Did you even know that that was an option until after anyways? You know what I'm saying? Like, you did all you could at the time with what you knew. Shit. At one point, I remember when my ego was on this same trip with me about my mother's death. If I had known the power of my healing abilities and my mind back then, do you think I would have just let my mother slip away like she did? When she was in my house, I would have been fucking, man, if I would have known then what I could do, I would have been doing all types of healing energy work on her. I would have did all types of shit. My mother would still be sitting right here right now. But you know what? I'm not mad about that. And somebody here, you're like, I should have did this. I could have did it. But you didn't know. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Stop being so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up about this another time. Temperance. Yeah, Spirit really, with the Temperance card coming out, they're showing me, it's a major, and what they're showing me is we want you to find peace. We want you to find acceptance. I'm hearing acceptance with Temperance. I don't know if I've ever heard acceptance with a Temperance, but I'm hearing we want you to be more receptive. We want you to hear, we want you to be more receptive and have some acceptance, because then you'll be able to work with these energies in a more powerful way. What else? The Hangman. Another perspective. There's a need to see another perspective in this experience. That's what's going to give you that. What else? The Strength card. And this is about you and your power. And like I said, I know you're tired of finding out how strong you are, honey, because we all get that way. We all get that way. The bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. Ooh, spiritual authority is bringing this up right now. Any of these hard feelings you're having, whether they're anger, sadness, distress, anything like that right now, feeling extra hyper, extra active to try to distract yourself, or feeling completely inactive to try to distract yourself, anywhere where you've been feeling this way, Spirit's really trying to get you to look at some things that you have wanted to ignore. And it's creating a festering, which has become, I'm hearing, toxic, and it needs to be removed. And that's why it's coming up at this time. It is detrimental to your health to hold on to this. Dis-ease is a lack of ease within you that creates dysfunction in your physical vessel. So, wow, what a beautiful message we received. I'm not even really tipsy yet, y'all. I only had one beer, and then this, look. So, I'm hearing to pull some cards from the Miracles Now deck. Ooh. One of the most important messages for the love and peace and happiness. Try here at this time. What assistance, what guidance, what help, what miracles, what magic is available for the love and peace and happiness. Try here at this time. They've been gone through some dark night, and it's time for a daybreak. This is looking at loves, a loss, a love. At the ones that have passed on into spirit, right? What do we have for the love and peace and happiness? Are you watching right now? Are you watching this either live or on a replay? Because these messages are for you if you are. Here we go. If you want to ask your personal question, if you want a personal reading, below the video tells you how to make that happen. Okay. First card fall out. My eyes will see what I desire. Praise. My eyes will see what I desire. Now, this is giving to me, especially about the ones who've transitioned into spirit. Yo, I remember how many times I cried about, I just wish I could dance with my father. I wish I could dance with my dad to that song. Because I didn't hear that song. That song didn't come out too well after my father had passed. Dance with My Father from Luther Vandross. I used to just be like crying about my daddy, missing him so much, feeling the sorrow and the loss of his warm hugs. My father was so protective. Yeah, he was a fucking brute. But you know what? He was never, he beat the shit out of us from time to time. It got less and less as he got older, but it's the truth. But he never sexually violated us. He never allowed us to be violated by anyone else in any type of way. And he was very reactive. He didn't have a lot of control in his reactions. So it wasn't like we'd just be sitting there doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, nah, we fucking started it by doing some shit we didn't have no business doing. Then we got an ass whoop. And the ass whoop, I feel like the ass whoop was too harsh. I will fucking lose my shit if my daughter beat on my grandsons like my dad used to beat on me. No wonder my fucking grandma left back to Korea. My grandma came, she saw how my dad whooped my ass. She only ended up, she was gonna live here for a long time and thinking about moving here. And no, she went back to Korea. She's like, fuck this shit. I don't want to see this shit. And I don't blame her. Man, my daughter be going off on my grandson. She just got to talk to him hard. I'll be like, I got to go. I can't. I fucking can't. I can't listen to it. Anyways, I'm talking about, and so I hold on. Before I leave, I don't want to leave that there because I talked to my grandma. Y'all better listen to your mama. Y'all better listen to your mama before I have to leave again. Y'all better listen all the time. And things are getting better. As a matter of fact, I was like, did Princeton just do exactly what he was told the first time without talking shit or asking no questions or talk back? And nothing, he just did what he was told. Yeah. I said, okay, I'm going to pay attention to that. We're going to make a big deal out of that. I'm going to have to get him something for that. He might get a Christmas present now. My eyes will see what I desire. What you got? What you been working on? What you been focused on? What you been wanting? I thought about that dance with my dad so many times where I cried. And then I had it. I moved into my studio. I moved out of my studio 2020, right? I moved into my studio December 2008. It must have been somewhere around like 2016, maybe, or 2014, somewhere between 2014 and 2016. I was at my studio, and I remember I did this. I had a picture of my parents on my thumb. Maybe I'll put them back on. I had that on there all the time. In some of the older videos, you'll see it. But at that time, I had it on my thumb, and I put my hands like this, and I put it to my forehead like this, and I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd just walk back into my shop. And once I did that, all of a sudden, I felt energy guiding my body. I had every bit of free will not to go with it, but I was receptive. I was receptive, and I wanted to go with it, so I did. And I was guided to go get my phone out of my purse, go plug it into the speaker. While I was walking over there, they showed me the song, Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father, put it on, put on the loudspeaker, turned it up. And the next thing I know, my father swept me to the middle of the dance floor. And I never forget, I always remember the turn around, because I had to go from where my purse was with the phone and go around like that, make like a double back a little bit, right? And I remember the feeling on my body as I was guided to do it. Again, with every bit of, I don't have to do this if I don't want to, but this is what I feel, and I want to investigate this. What is going on? I'm really like, it felt safe. It felt natural. It felt wonderful. And as I was swept to the middle of the dance floor with Luther Vandross singing in the background, and I felt my father's presence. I felt my father's energy. I was asked, I remember specifically being asked, is this okay with you? And I was like, yes. I waited for so long for this. It was like, are you sure you're okay? You're not afraid? No, I'm not afraid. I've been wanting this. Are you? Because if you're scared, we can stop. We don't have to do this. I said, no, I really want to do this. So my father danced with me. The whole song we danced in the middle of my studio. And then I picked up on my mama. She was sitting over there on the pedicure throne that I had built. Well, that's the story, but I built it. Anyway, and my mother was sitting up there, sitting on the stairs, and she looking at us dancing with tears in her eyes of joy. I hear now, as I'm telling you the recollection of the experience, I hear family reunion. Yeah. And then after that, I was given guidance. Interesting. This is very important and significant for somebody who's watching this video, whether it's live or on the replay, you're watching this. This might be very significant for you. After my dance with my father, I was guided. He took me straight to the corner. In back of the shelf, I had a tabletop put up there, and my daughter had painted rainbow cheetah spots all over it. So I kept it up because I thought, oh, I'll use it for something. My daughter put her beautiful artwork on this. I'm not going to get rid of it. But nope, my dad, the way my dad showed me, he said, he pulled the shelf out and he threw it. He showed this to me, right? And he grabbed that wood and he showed me I needed to he told me, he's like, get that fucking piece of wood out of here. Burn that shit up. See, the lady that gave it to me, boy, talk about how dense and how blind and blocked I was way back then. That lady gave that to me in either 2008 or early 2009. She only came to me 2 times. Once she came and she gave me a pendant. She asked me to keep it. The next time she came, she gave me a piece of wood because I mentioned wanting a tabletop, another one like the one I had. And she came up with one almost the exact same measurements. And that's the one my daughter painted on. Well, there was some intentions on her gifts. I didn't know. I didn't keep the pendant. It was ugly. I did not keep it. The tabletop I kept because my daughter put her art on it. And it was according to what I wanted. Yeah. What I didn't know was that lady was up to some shit. Yeah. And I was ignorant. I had no protection. I had no awareness. She was up to some shit. Right? But God guided me. My father's energy guided me and said, get rid of it. So again, somebody here, you've been holding on to something. And it is a physical something for someone. For some of you, for many of you, it's a physical something you're holding on to because you have an emotional attachment to it. But it's a need to let it go. It's a need to let it go. Interesting. So, let's get another card. Your eyes will see what you desire. Some of you really want this person in your physical experience. It will be a very vivid dream. As a matter of fact, last night I had a recollection of a dream. Was I asleep? Was I awake? Was I in the in-between state? I'm not sure, but it came up right now. I had another dream of my mother at her condo, and I remembered it again yesterday, like my mother's there. My mother's there. My mother's there. All right. So for someone, that's important. You will be having a dream. You might have a physical woke experience like I did with spirit of your loved one. Your eyes will see what you desire. But to have that happen, you got to remember that they're there. They're not gone. They're always with you. They're always with you. They're always with you. I told the story about burning up that tabletop the other day. It's been a little while, but not too long back, about how we went and burnt. I chopped it up into a bunch of little pieces, took it up all the way. We had to stop and get gas and everything. And my dad kept telling me to get the lighter fluid, get the lighter fluid. I didn't get the fucking lighter fluid. But I sure went up to the dry lit bed to go burn that shit up. And after the torch lighter wouldn't light up the wood, my dad said, use the plastic bag, put the plastic bag in the middle. And he reminded me how his bonfires in the backyard would burn real hard wherever the plastic was. It burnt real hot and it burnt for like really strong. And so it actually did work. The fire burned hot and strong. And it was like the oracle card from the download, when it no longer serves my best interest. I took a picture of it. Alma, yes, my father is a Sagittarius, just so you know. And what ended up happening while I was sitting there and the fire was raging, a helicopter flew over, put the spotlight on, and my silly ass looked up and just waved, right? I waved. And then my toes got cold. The fire was just about down. It's just a little tiny bit of smoldering, shit at the end. But we in the middle of a dry lake bed, and then dirt and rocks. That's it. So I said, come on, let's go. And he was like, huh? It's not done yet. Let me put it out. I was like, nah, man, it ain't nothing out here. Come on, let's go. Ain't nothing gonna happen. It's fine. It's gonna be out in just a second. Just come on, let's go. I just felt like, come on, let's go. My fucking toes are freezing. Let's go. I had on sandals at the time, flip-flops. Anyways, we get in the car and we pull off. Where we get from the dirt road to the pavement, the police was flying that way. He's like, oh, man, they after somebody. I said, man, put the gas down. They're looking for whoever was burning that fire. Remember the chopper? We got out of there just in time. It was perfect. It was perfect. But Spirit guided me. Spirit is going to guide you. Spirit is guiding you. Where it's just emotional, you've been holding on to it. Spirit is making this come up because it needs to come up. It needs to come out. It's holding you, weighing you down. We started to start talking about the heaviness you feel, right? Heaviness over things that are not here right now. But they are here. Stillness is the key to success. Stillness is the key to success. I heard peace be still. A lot of you are being held in your own energy right now so that these things can be addressed. They need addressed to the point where Spirit's like, oh, you're going to stay home. Oh, you thought you were going to go out and have fun? No, you're going to stay home and have fun by yourself. What else? But you're never alone. By spreading loving energy, I attract more love. You know, what's happening here is you're on the verge of having a huge spiritual, a significant spiritual experience, a spiritual awareness come through, some sort of psychic or intuitive or telepathic experience, something along these lines. Supernatural, thank you, that's the word, experience. And it's going to open you up so much. It's going to lift you up. It will be lifting you up. It's going to give you a greater sense of peace. When I shine bright, I give others permission to shine with me. Your love light gets turned all the way up, and nothing can stop you. It gets turned all the way up, and you will always find your success. Relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. Important relationships coming your way. Important relationships coming your way. I speak with confidence because the world needs my light. You will talk about what you've been through, how you learned, how you transmuted these energies, how you shifted, how you evolved, how you grew, how you transmuted, how you transmuted, how you transmuted. You will learn and you will speak and you will share this with others who go through something of their own, but don't know how to do what you have done. The Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck, and that is the teacher energy. So you were a teacher and you are being trained to teach. The bottom of the Miracles Now deck, I let my intimate relationships be my greatest learning devices for spiritual growth and healing. Every shitstorm you've ever been through, every sorrow, every loss, every pain, every tear was for your spiritual growth and healing, for you to empower your authentic divine nature. You are love. You are love. You are love and peace and happiness. And that's your truth, honey. And this is what you were opening up to yourself. See, all the feelings that keep you holding down, you were saying that was you. Nah, boo, that was never you. That was never you, boo. Honey, listen, honey, listen. That was never you. You were not the feeling. The feeling was a fleeting, passing energy. You are love and peace and happiness. You are that divine mind. And you've been being trained through all these experiences as you transmute them to turn them into your power and strength by finding the other perspectives, by fashioning the diamond and cutting into it the facets so that it can have the brilliance that it was from the diamond in the rough that first had to be discovered and identified to even be cut. And before even that, had to go through all the pressure to become a diamond. All those years of pressure. You've been being fashioned into a diamond, and now everybody want to look at you. You're going to talk about what you've learned. How did you do it? That's what you're here watching me for. That's the whole fucking point of the channel. Look, I tried this shit and it worked for me and my life is better and I feel better. I have better things happening. I feel lighter. I feel brighter. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel weighted like I used to before. Yeah, moments come and they go, but they're shorter and fewer and further in between than they've ever been. Because I regulate my emotional body. I understand what my emotions are telling me. And I use them as guidance to perceive my experience in a different way, in an empowering way, instead of just let everything drag me down every day. Ay, ay, ay. That's the one beer, an hour and 15 minutes to drink one beer. Are we going to have another beer or should I wrap it up? What do you guys think? Y'all want to stick around? Should we do some more? What you want to talk about? Should we do some more? I love the way we brought this up. We took what somebody wanted to talk about, what they were feeling, what they had going on in their experience. We just did this whole empowering reading over it. Should we have one more beer? Are you guys going to stick around with me for one more beer? Oh my goodness. All right, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to play something important for you. Let me see what it is, though. Hold on. I got something in here I got for you. Let's see. What do I have for you? Okay. I'm going to play something for you while I grab another beer, take care of the last beer. I'll be right back. But I'm going to play something for you. So listen to this. Please breathe with me. Breathe in quickly and fully. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out completely. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate this little thing we call life. It is a little thing, and although it lasts forever, from the current place of your being, so short in the drop of all that is, in the drop of all that ever was, would be, or could be. Things that you experience in your 3D situation and circumstance feel so important. And they are. But they will be what they will be, regardless of how you will feel. But what we want you to remember is that you can choose how you want to feel. You don't have to feel according to the circumstances around you. You can feel deliberately and by choice. To which energy in your experience will you give voice? Will you talk about the great time you had dancing with your dad? Will you talk about the time you had the great play in the forest that day? Will you talk about the swimming with all the children? Or walking, following them around the park as they play on one to the other? Will you talk about the delicious meal that you have? Will you talk about a restful sleep? Or the rejuvenation of a hot shower? Or the satisfaction of a beautifully pristine home? Or how about the feeling that fills your heart when you hear the tone of that child's laughter ringing in your ears? What will you talk about as you sit around with your peers? What will you give gas to as we hear the engine revving outside Your mouth is like revving the engine. It's going to go. It's going to go. It's giving it gas to the car. Which direction will you go? See, there's so many other things we could have mentioned in what you have the opportunity to give your focus to. But at this time, we want you to find more than just one or two. We want you to find at least a few of those beautiful feeling thoughts. Where did your mind go when we asked those questions? The ability to pivot focus from a place that it stimulates in you lower vibrations into focusing on a place that stimulates in you higher vibrations. This is not a belief that is new. This is ancient technology. Ancient technology of creation. So how will you use your ancient technology of creation in a whole new way? We know that you're used to talking a certain way, looking at certain things in your day, especially in conversation with another, like your brother, your sister, your mother, your cousin, that neighbor. For generations, it's been taught, complain about what you don't like about now. And so now it just seems the way things are done. But you have so much choice in this and freedom in this. So we challenge you today to begin to give attention in a more deliberate way so that you would choose your words carefully, yes, full of care. Knowing that there's a circumstance happening now, but there's nothing I can do from this here chair. From where I'm at, there's nothing I can actually do about this now. So the best thing I can do is rise my vibration. Because in the rising of my vibration, I attract more experiences in my life, in this situation, that match my vibration. Because I'm always attracting what vibrates like I do. So I want to vibrate better. And I know that I can, because this is simple to do. All I have to do is put on my favorite song, that one funny movie, or find a great comedian, raise my vibration, looking at the silly, childish grin on the children. It doesn't matter how you do it. It matters that you do it, and you do it more than you don't. So let's see what's going to come through the tarot cards today. We're so thankful and grateful for the increase in the views at this time. So we're looking forward in this session to answer as many questions as possible about anything that you want to talk about. At times, we may choose not to use the cards as the channel messages come through stronger. The vision is clear. Sometimes we may choose to use the cards. Whether we answer your question this way or that, thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Cheers. And that's what this is really all about. It's about your being. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. I just want to say wow. I just want to say wow. Can I just say wow one more time? Because that recording is dated from August the 30th of this year. I don't think I ever played it. If I did, I don't remember. Do any of you remember me playing that one before? I channeled that through, and it appears that we're doing open questions at this point. I love that it brought up the ancient tool of creation. I love that it brought up our opportunity to choose what we're going to give our attention to. I love that it seemed to talk about things that we were already talking about, right? How perfect is that? And how does it get any better than this for my bliss? Praise. So we're still live. We're getting ready to go into part 2. Thank you for giving me a minute. I'm so thankful and grateful that without knowing, I was prepared for it. Like, I didn't know when I did that recording that I was going to need it for halftime. That was our little halftime show. Oh my goodness, how perfect is that? Ooh, okay, her. They was like, get the mother piece round to roll out. They was like, get the wild unknown archetypes out. Yep, circular decks, baby. And I got to get up and go get that other deck because it's up there. It's the, oh God, what's it called? Hold on, I got to get it. There's circular tarot cards as well. The Tarot of the Cloisters. The Tarot of the Cloisters. I haven't touched this one in a while. Oh my God, when I got this deck, it was just speaking so strong. It felt so good in my hands. Woman, why didn't you have this deck ready for me? Girl, you could have got that for me. Just sitting there looking all cute. Anyways, the Tarot of the Cloisters. I got the Tarot of the Cloisters in my hand. Okay, they said put that down now. Let's go to the wild unknown archetypes. I love them. I absolutely love them. I'm so thankful and grateful to Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. I recommend watching her readings if you can follow. She talks a lot about a quantum level stuff. I really love her readings. She's got so much knowledge. Anyways, she's the one that I saw using these cards a long time ago, and I was like, I had to have them. Ooh, now we're going to talk about stuff that disappears and then comes back up. This deck disappeared. It was gone for at least a month. I checked high and low. I checked everywhere. And then all of a sudden one day, it was right there in the middle of the floor on the side of my bed. I was like, what the heck? Where'd that come from? Ooh, and now I'm getting, have you ever had dreams of yourself in other worlds doing what you're doing here? Because I have, and I've had dreams of myself in two different worlds. No, they said 3 different worlds, Melinda, 3 different worlds. In 2 of the other worlds, I had tarot decks. I didn't have as many as I do now, but in all of them, I highly valued my tarot decks. Like, that was my fucking treasure. I love my tarot decks. In the other world, I didn't have tarot decks, but I didn't have anything because in that world, I was a prisoner. Everybody was a prisoner. It was interesting. But I was like this rebel. It was really interesting. So, from the wild unknown archetypes, let's see what's coming out. I want to shout out to Cece moderating. I see Alma and Jeremy. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you all for giving this video a thumbs up, talking about the channel. Like I said in the channeling, so thankful and grateful for the growth on the channel. Oh my God. What is the message? What is the message for this here tipsy tarot today? Maybe by the end of this battle, I'll be tipsy now. Yay, yay. We'll see. Okay. Before I look at this, because it laid face down, I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck, because that's our background info. And we have the dead end. Oh, shit. It's the dead end. Something reached a dead end. Do not pass. Do not pass go. It's card number 40. Something like it couldn't go any further. Something could not go any further. Something's come to an end. I hear abrupt stop. It's an abrupt stop. Just a swift and quick ending. Let's see what come out. The Ring. Interesting. Card number 57 is the Ring. Look at that. It looks like an eye, especially this way. It looks like an eye, but it's the ring and it goes like this. Look at the stars in it. In the center, there's stars. Look at the galaxy all around. We're going to see what the book has to say about this because I'm sure there's so much meaning. Now, the first thing I get personally when I think about the dead end and in the ring, I feel like, maybe you were completely blocked off to an opportunity here. But it's coming full circle. I feel that for someone is definitely true. I'm not sure what this experience is going to talk about yet. But we're about to find out. So let's see what we have from the book. Oh, they just showed me another place I had a dream of myself. You know, I had a dream of myself when I got the mission to come to Earth. That was fucking cool. And we came in twos. We came in pairs. That's interesting. Now they're showing me the download again, talking about that card that came out about Plato's Symposium. Y'all remember? Oh, boy. The Ring. Card number 57. The infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise the ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. When light, connectedness, humility, sacred cycles. When dark, unconscious repetition, and starving for a connection. So are you feeling like you're in the light energy of it or the dark energy of it? No judgment, neither is good or bad. It just is, right? Like it talked about. It just is. It is what it is. The channeled message. And we talked already about the feelings are not necessarily all, they're not you. They are feelings. What's awesome is when you find things that you have feelings about that are pleasurable, preferable, and enjoyable. And so you can keep choosing it over and over again every day if you want. Hey. All right. So there's the energy of connection coming through really strong about this ring. So let's see what's going on. We'll look into the tarot, beginning with the Mother Peace Round Tarot. What is the message at this time for this Tipsy Tarot session for the love and peace and happiness tribe? Por favor. Okay. So I'm seeing it and doing mini readings. Two sides of the story, plus the connection, what you need to know, guidance moving forward. Okay. Got it. And then how are the tarot, the cloisters coming in? I'll let you know. All right. So in our first experience, let's look at one side of the table. Show me who's on one side of the table. On one side of the table, we have a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius person. I hear standing in your power, but I also hear the energy of ego. Somebody got a big ego, such a big ego. Okay, on the other side of the table, who do we have? The earth sign, Four of Pentacles energy. This is somebody who is closing their door and going into their own space. Somebody's energy is really out. Somebody's energy is really in. Oh, shit. Really? Somebody's legs are spread wide open and somebody is completely covered up and closed off in their own space with their own fire in their own place. Oh my goodness. The connection between the two is the Two of Discs. Two of Discs. In this picture, there are two babies being carried by the mother. So somebody here, you're connected because of your children. But The Two of Pentacles usually gives me like we all have our own place. You're in your space, I'm in my space. We both do our own thing, kind of thing. And that's the energy I feel from the other cards. So let's see what you need to know. The Daughter of Wands. Page of Wands. I heard somebody's going to be getting an invitation. Somebody's going to be making an invitation. And what do we have as the guidance for you in this? The guidance for you in this. The guidance for you in this is the Ace of Wands. When you get this invitation, say yes. All you got to do is say yes. Oh, shit. And now we have, interesting. This is interesting because now we have two people facing each other with their legs wide open. I'm just saying. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So what I get is somebody wants to work with you to make both new businesses thrive. I get that. Somebody wants to work with you because they feel like this is a great partnership, whether this is even about you in business or about in a relationship. Let's see what is below the Two of Cups. Yeah, that's that love. This is connection. We see. So in business, this would mean we see eye to eye. We on the same page, honey. We on the same. We got the same vision. We got the same vision. We got the same plan. Let's come together. Let's make this work. In love, this is because I love you. Let's have babies. And somebody's like, I want to have babies. And somebody else is like, I'm not trying to have babies. I'm not trying to have babies. What the heck? Somebody's afraid to have babies. They very closed off to the idea. Somebody's going to be changing their mind. All right, let's pull a clarifier for each of these from the Tarot of the Cloisters. Dig a little deeper, see what's going on in this experience. Tarot of the Cloisters. One more shuffle down. I haven't touched this deck in so long. I'm so excited right now. Okay, clarify the Six of Wands, please and thank you. One card, thank you. We have the Five of Swords. Somebody's legs is open, but the Five of Swords, what the hell? Five of Swords is self-sabotage. Five of Swords is an argument. Five of Swords is a problem. Five of Swords is a disagreement. So, someone in this experience brought up, yeah, this is what this person did. They did it. They brought up a fight and they feel like they're going to win the fight by separating. They feel like they're going to win the fight by separating. They feel like it's a toxic, it's a bad energy. They feel like it's always a problem. It's always an argument. All you do is fucking nag and bitch and complain. Somebody here, all they do is nag and bitch and complain. Somebody here, oh, that's the strongest message. There's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius person who is realizing that because of their big ass ego that we were singing about a minute ago, they sabotaged something. Okay. On the other side of the table, we have the Four of this being clarified by the Five of Staves. Well, if you're going to talk shit, trust and believe I'm going to bring the fire is what I get. And then, you know what? The big way I'm going to bring the fire is I'm going to pull my energy all the way back. You can miss me with all that. I'm going to let you fight with yourself. I'm going to let you fight with yourself. I feel like, ooh, somebody here got somebody here got, somebody here is really jealous of another person who has a lot of opportunities. And they don't have no opportunities. See, ooh, and the one that has all the opportunities don't want the opportunities. Somebody has a lot of opportunities. They don't want the opportunities. The person who don't have the opportunities is jealous because they're like, if I had that opportunity, this is what I'd do. Well, where do you have the opportunity? I hear, where do you have the opportunity? The state of the connection is the Two of this, both in separate places, doing their own thing is what I was getting. And the world. The world is here. So A successful completion, a successful ending comes when two separate right now. It's leveling up energy, putting things in a different place. Again, somebody here really wants to change their whole life and have a babies. Have a babies. Somebody here don't like that idea. Oh, somebody found out they're having babies. They're about to have a baby. Somebody's about to have a baby. For somebody, they're going to find out it's twins. And the thing of it is, oh, shit. Okay, hold on a second. You're giving me a lot at once. Slow it down a little bit. Whoever find out they have a baby is one person is like, fuck. Both of you have your own, like, insecurities about it. But one of you is, I feel like, trying to make it seem like you're more excited than you are because you don't want the other person to feel bad about what it is. But the fact of the matter is, this is going to change both of your lives. So you're both very apprehensive about this. It was not a planned thing for you at this point in your time or your career. But this is what's going on. And it's like, you're still, I'm keeping my baby. Eight of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Page of Wands and Eight of Swords. What you need to know, Eight of Swords. So you may feel very stuck. And so somebody here is actually thinking about how to get unstuck. And so I see somebody who's really right now like, why am I so scared about having a baby? I always wanted a baby. I feel like the stuck is in your head. It's either you or the other person. Somebody here is stuck in their head about this baby. The Ace of Wands is here, clarifying the Ace of Wands is the guidance, is the Three of Vessels. They're saying all you got to do is say yes because it's going to make you really fucking happy. Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups. Oh, this is good. This is happy news. At the end of the day, it's happy. Yes, it's going to make some challenges. So maybe you are both happy, but it still brings up, well, how the fuck do we make this happen? How do we work this out? Because I got this plan, we got that to do, blah, 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 blah. Like all the real life starts to hit. It's like once the moment of realizing like, oh shit, we didn't plan for this right now. I wasn't ready for this right now, but it's here right now. So is this about a love with a person and the baby that's being born is the new relationship? Is this a business plan with somebody else and the baby is being born? Is this co-creative creation that you guys are working on together? If it is, no matter what it is, it's going to change your world in a better way. It's going to bring two worlds together. Clarifying the Two of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles comes out from the bottom of the deck as well as where the Two of Cups was. So this is about putting the love in, being consistently moved and guided by what? By love and by connection. Somebody is always making their choice based on what they're spiritually connected to at this time in business. This is turning out to be really good for you. You got something to celebrate coming up. You're walking right into something big to celebrate in business. Okay. In regards to relationship, you've been on your own for a while, but love comes up suddenly and it freaks you out when you have this opportunity to merge two worlds. It will change your world. It will change your world. On one side of this, there's fire. On one side of this, there's earth. On one side of this fire person thinks that this earth person has just all these different people banging on their door or they're banging on their walls or trying to get in where they fit in type of stuff. That's funny. I feel like this person is actually, oh, somebody sent me money. Praise. I'm glad the ringer was on. I love being startled the shit out of me by the sound of money coming in. Somebody's been at home busy at work. Somebody been at home busy at work making some stuff. You've been making a few different things. And you know what's about to happen? Somebody been having a hard time finding something they need. Oh, they're going to be really fucking happy when they find you. They're going to be really good to do business with you. They're going to keep coming back to do business with you. They're going to keep coming back to do business with you. Oh, and this one person is going to bring you 3 more. This one person will bring you 3 more. Whatever you do, this person is completely in love with what you have to offer. Completely in love with what you have to offer. I heard you took it farther than this person even thought it could go. So it's like whatever they were hoping to find, whatever their perception of what they really wanted was, the best that they could come up with for themselves, you took that and then pushed it further. And they're like mind blown with what you got. This is awesome. I love. Let's pull outcome energy off the top of both decks. Wow, the Shaman of Swords with the 9 of Staves. Interesting. Okay, Shaman of Swords, 9 of Staves. 9 of Wands. Now, these are round decks, and the 9 of Wands came in like to the side. And when I'm looking at it, it looks like it's already happened. Okay, so what this is it looks like help is arriving. Everything comes together. It's like whatever looked like it was blocked, something is opening up here. Something is opening up here. I'm seeing this 9 of Wands card in front of the Shaman of Swords like a gate that's being opened. It's, you know how they have the bridges to go from one to the other and it lifts up for the boats to go through the harbor? Yeah, those too. It looked like that. Like, okay, the bridge is down. You can drive through now. Like that. Knowing exactly what to do. You got the help that you needed. So whether that help was this business collaboration or whether that help was this powerful love connection, because if this is a love connection, oh, this is a big time, powerful love connection. This is a full circle, like your whole life experience come full circle. You and this person have synchronistic experiences. You guys have been through similar things. You've been in a similar place. One of you might be more of a performer, a bit more outgoing, more extroverted. The other one of you is more of a hermit, more of a stay home, more keep to yourself. But when you two come together, there's this energy exchange. It can't be denied. I feel it's very different. You come from different worlds, but together there's this, it's like, there's so much to talk about because you're like at 2 different ends of the spectrum, but there's this blending, there's this harmony between you, even though, and I hear, and there's a respect for each other and their different ways and the different background and the different way you brought what you're bringing to the table. Everything coming full circle. What wasn't there for you, what wasn't allowed to come through, what wasn't allowed in the past, wherever you had to make a U-turn and back the fuck up because you was in the wrong motherfucking place, you didn't belong there. All that's coming full circle at this time. Anywhere where you let go of some shit, anywhere where shit blew up and it had to go, anywhere where you walked away from ones or they walked away from you, all that's coming full circle at this point. We have the World card here also is a coming full circle. With the ring is a eternity. It's an eternity. Things come full circle. Wow. I want to get something from the fields. Give me something from the fields on this. What's going on here? And I did say the fields. I didn't mean to say the fields. I meant to say from a handmade oracle because all of them are not the fields. There's the fields, the guiding lights, and my signature oracle. Okay. But from the fields, you have so many people who need your time and energy, so I decided to pull out of the competition for your attention. Worthiness. Worthiness. I heard in the past, worthiness was an issue. Something you pulled out of a competition with was your worthiness. You didn't need, I am not number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or any other. I'm one and none other. That's it. I am the one. Understand? Okay. What else? From the fields now in the current. Whatever it takes, that is what I will do in order to spend my days and nights with you. Determination. You will stay sucker free. You will hold space. Some of you, you will deal with any challenges that come your way. You will meet them because whoever you found already, you love this person. And you too, you feel like y'all could go together the long haul, be a power team. You know what I'm saying? Two people bringing their power to the same table, to the same fucking vision, to the same purpose, to the same point. And it is so beautiful. And you like believe in it so much. And so you will do what the fuck you have to make this work. Somebody already took this ring. Somebody is about to give a ring. Somebody is about to get a fucking proposal for real. Somebody been thinking about proposing to your ass. They're going to give you a proposal. Somebody's going to give you a proposal. This is going to catch your ass by surprise. And I feel like you're going to say yes. Let's see. From the fields. I could have, I should have, I would have, but I did not regrets. Or is it somebody who's thinking about how they wanted to give you a proposal, but they didn't ever fucking do it? They were actually going to do it, but they never really did it. What else? What else do we have here for this message? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What else do we have? Ooh, this is real love, blessed by all below and all above. That's why they having regrets, because this is real love. What did you do to protect this real love? What did you do to protect this real love? What did you do that showed that you believed in this real love? Or what did they do? You know what I'm saying? For someone here, there's regrets because of that. Dispel, dispel, dispel. I feel like something here coming to an end. There's something about a ring here, okay? Something come to a dead end. It came to a stop. Somebody sitting in some regrets about what they didn't do. Now it come to an end. Somebody here, there's a gate open. There's a gate open here. This person, somebody not doing what they should have did, opens a gate for somebody else to come in. I see that as well. It's not that you want to be hopping from one love to another or nothing like that. But the fact of the matter is, honey, if this one wasn't going to do it because they too busy sitting here, you determine in your worth, you want to make it happen. You want to come to the table with what you got to bring to the table. Somebody else here knowing that it's real love, but still not acting on it, still not acting like it, not honoring it with the actions here. Somebody here with doing that. Now now there's a change. There's a switch up. It's like there's a switch up in partners here. There's a switch up in partners here. And what is going to for somebody is this Shaman of Swords has a green light. There's a pathway open for the King of Swords energy here. What I love about this one is, look at this one is talking beautiful things. They speaking in color. They're speaking from their heart. They're speaking beautiful words. They got colorful things coming out of them. There's a ladder there gives me an idea of elevated mind. The mind is elevated. They're thinking about different things. You know what I'm saying? And so now the gate is open. They can come through, something like that. The guidance for you was the Ace of Wands. So like I said, this is probably, see this Eight of Swords in reverse over here. This is somebody, this is that Shaman of Swords communicating to you, giving you an invitation. They're going to give you an invitation. Somebody getting an invitation from a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, masculine energy here. It's an opportunity. And the guidance for you is to say yes to that. The guidance was Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups. To say, if you say yes, you'll be really happy that you did. If you say yes, you'll be really happy that you did. What's at the bottom of this deck? The Three of Cups again. So we have a double Three of Cups energy here. This is whole experience is about uniting you, bringing something together here for you. Okay, this is set to make you really happy. This Ace of Wands. Is this an invitation to go ahead and fulfill a business contract? Is this an invitation to hang out with somebody? Okay, what is this? The Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. This had to do with you honoring your value and your worth, taking care of yourself, okay, being loving, nurturing, growing things, manifesting in the material world, manifesting money. You might be a business person. You could be, this could have, this for somebody definitely has strong to do with your commitment to your spirituality and how somebody I'm hearing and how that scared the shit out of somebody. And that's part of why they did not, because they knew that they could never even be able to get anything past you. So how could I do that? Because I know my ways. So, I pick up on somebody who they know they got some fucking player ways. They got some ways. They got some little shit they like to do. They know that they really want to marry you. Yeah, but they know that their tendencies have been. They know what their tendencies have been, and they're afraid to be in love with you because they know that you know some shit. They know that you know some shit that they don't tell you, and they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. And so this is one reason why, even though they really fucking love you and they know it's blessed, they did not do something. And now they're in regrets about it. And the gateway is open for the next assignment. See, because the assignment is real and so are you. And just because this person don't step up and fulfill what they're supposed to do doesn't mean that spirit don't have already, somebody else ready to step up and take the place. Just saying, that's how it works. Oh boy, what a beautiful, interesting experience going on here. Either way, it look like you're going to come out really fucking happy with this. I also hear this message too. A lot of people right now are, okay, thank you, having a lot of challenges, and they're either in their physical experience and not being able to do things that they want to do, or in their mind because they're thinking about things that are very self-sabotaging right now. There's a big change coming. This is very everyone who lives on planet Earth type of message. The energy, overall energy on Earth type of message. There's a big change coming right now that affects the whole world. Okay, what you need to know about it is this change is going to lighten the load. It's going to lighten the load a lot. It's going to be extremely freeing. There's this freeing of the mind. Once the challenges are faced, and however they get, they're going to get mad about it. They're going to be sad about it. They're going to feel however the fuck they feel about it. But either way, however they feel about it, the emotion will be moving. And as they release it, actually things are going to get a lot lighter. So that's very interesting. You're going to find a lot more favorable experiences with your fellow humans out there. There will be more favorable experiences with your fellow humans coming up. Overall, as things are coming full circle and people are beginning to have an expanded understanding and awareness of their life experiences and the things that are happening in them at this time, there's going to be a lightening. Okay. Interesting. So, I'm seeing, the way I'm seeing it, it's like shackles are coming off and chains are falling off and stuff like that. So I hear you're going to have a lot more people doing things in unorthodox, unordinary, alternative ways than used to be done. And this is going to affect everything from alternative fuel sources to alternative food sources. What the hell? I don't know what that means, but okay. But it's like going to affect everything from that level to all the way. And it's happening on the physical plane because it's an indicator of the alternative spiritual energy that's going on right now. There's a different spiritual energy available that is had the shackles and chains pulled off of the new age. Whoa. Yeah, I said it. I have never said anything like that before, but I understood what it meant. The shackles and chains pulled off the new age. One more time for emphasis. Yes, the shackles and chains pulled off the new age. Okay. Pop the cork is a purpose, a reason to celebrate coming in here for you from the cue cards. Tough it out, honey. You'll be fucking happy that you did. Tough it out. You'll be happy that you did because it's a big fucking deal. That's why you're feeling things so intensely. Now is not the time that you cower and give up. Hell no. Now's the time you put on your fucking war face and you go tough it out. Do what the hell you have to do because you know what? You're going to be so fucking happy you did. Pop. Some of y'all feel like you about to pop. Ooh, because it is about to pop. It's about to pop off in this. Mm-hmm. Big things popping. Yes, that's how it is. Wow. So tough it out right now. You got good reason to. You've been through some things. You've been through some challenges. Others are coming into your experience who are in alignment with this. Things are coming full circle for you right now. Things are coming into fulfillment. where you had let go of some things, you had a lot of losses, you had a lot of endings, stuff like that. It's always time for big girl panties. It's always time for big girl panties. I mean, unless you in that intimate space and place, then please get in this bed naked, woman. I'm just saying. Whew, because I'm going to. All right. What is the message at this time for the love and peace and happiness? Try heat. Please and thank you. In other words, there's a time and place to be vulnerably naked. But in most cases, yeah, you need to keep your big girl panties on. What do we have coming out? Weight of the world. Fuck. The weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. And how interesting is that? Because were we not saying, is this mine? In the freaking beginning of this whole 2-hour-long session so far. Is this mine came out way a while back. Is this mine? You carrying shit that don't fucking belong to you. You trying to own some feelings. You trying to own some people. You trying to own some experiences. It's not yours. Somebody is trying to. It's not your fault they didn't fucking step up. Let it go. They didn't step up to the plate. How you supposed to play? How you supposed to serve them if they don't step up to the plate? Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy. Pleasure. Joy. Make love to life. Praise. Make love to life. That was in the last spread we did in the beginning half also, because it was the one about renewing your commitment and resolve to love the life that you have and to follow through on it too. Okay. What was at the bottom of this deck? All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Everything happens for a reason. And when you understand that everything happens for a reason, you won't freak out so fucking much about what's happening in the now, because you know that there's a reason. Oh my goodness. What an awesome message. Let me see. I heard my money go off. If it's more than $10 US, put your comment in or your personal question in if you got one. Otherwise, I'll know it's a love donation. Otherwise, okay, let me see. Hold on. Hold on a moment. Oh. For Ladybug, what's next, Spirit? Okay, let's see what we have for Ladybug. What's next, Spirit? Did you hit me up on like IG or something? I was like, I felt weird. I was like, who? Now I see. Okay. What's next for Ladybug? From the Cosmo Tarot. Let's see what we have. What's next, Spirit? For Ladybug. Okay. That's funny because I used to date somebody who called me Ladybug because of my red lipstick. Call me Ladybug all the time. Hey, Ladybug. All right. What's next for Ladybug? The Hangman. Hold on. Still loading. Pause. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. That has a whole nother message for me. Nothing can come in between us. Okay. Here we go. This is about everything is okay. All right. Hold on. Every little thing is going to be all right. A new perspective. Something, you're going to see something differently. Something that you currently think is not okay, you're going to find out that it's actually okay. Give me one more. The Justice card. Balancing the scales, bringing an ending to something. The bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands. Ladybug, you ready for the new to come in right now. Or yesterday will be great. There's a holding period. What's next? Just hold. When it's time for you to know, you'll know. It's not time for you to know. Right. What's next right now is for you to chill and get comfortable in this new energy. You've gone through some changes. You're in a new energy. You got some new things going on with you. You started some new things that are continuing forward with you. It's time for you to just find balance in where you're at. And anywhere where you've got some imbalance going on and you just don't fucking like that and you're not okay with holding on, like ask why the fuck. You need to look at that. Why won't you just be cool with the fact that you're ready for some did you just get some new, did you just move in somewhere new or something new started here for you? Okay, it's like, hold on a second, can you just rest? There it is. Thank you. Perfect. That came out perfectly. Can you just rest with what you've overcome right now? Can you just take a minute? They want you right now to just take a minute, and they want you to chill in the feeling of the success. Stop looking so quickly to what's next. They want you to just chill in what is, acknowledging all that it's been. They want you to milk the satisfying feeling of the accomplishment, of what you just broke ground on, of what you already overcome, of what you already released and successfully let go, whatever that is. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Ladybug. And it looks like we are complete. So I'm so thankful and grateful. Oh, nope. Hold on. Pause on that. Oh, snap. I got a message from C here for $10 US. See if you get any messages about the person I spoke to today. Let's find out. Let me get another deck. We'll use the pictorial key tarot. What are the messages for C about the person she spoke to today, please and thank you. Thank you for your donation. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. About this person, some just already fell to the floor, so let's see. Queen of Swords is here. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Feminine energy. And the Moon. Something is hidden here. It feels like something's hidden there. And what you'll find, there's something about the ego. Again, I'm getting the freaking ego song. Somebody here is hiding something because of their ego. I don't know what that's about. I feel like they're hiding something. And I feel like you kind of pick up on something that they're not saying. It's like you're reading between the lines about something that they're, you could tell that there's something that whoever it was, they're not saying. They're holding something. They're holding something back. They're holding something back. That's all I know. They're holding something back. There's something they're not saying. There's something they're not saying. They're holding it back. They don't want to, they're not ready for something. I hear they're not ready for something. They're not ready for something. They're afraid or they're holding back or something like that. I feel like afraid, fear. What the fuck? That's what I have for you, love. I hope you know what I'm talking about. All right. So we've been going live for over 2 hours now. I think we're finally done. Yeah, I feel like we are complete. So I want to thank you all for kicking it here with me tonight. And, oh, shit. I didn't start seeing, so let me see what this is. I just heard money. I just heard money again. Okay, let me check my Cash App. If you just sent me money, make sure you put your question up. Let's see. Okay. Chalet. Go ahead and put your question in, honey. What you want to know? Put your question in right quick, and we'll get it done. I didn't start singing yet, so I'll do it. Did I do one for you? No. Jeremy, did you just send me money? Hold on, let me look at this. Oh, no, that was Tuesday. Thank you for your $5 love donation on Tuesday, Jeremy. So thankful and grateful. All right, so, Chalet. Whatever spirit has to tell me, please. Okay. Let me get for you. They're showing me the Parrot Tarot. Who did? 1 moment, please. Okay. Got the Parrot Tarot for you, Chalet. So let's see what we have for today's time. Hold on. There's a card that's not flipped the right direction in here. I just seen it. It's like upside down. Hold on. Where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Who are you? What are you? Let me find it. I swear I just seen that card. There it is. It's the Two of Pentacles. So if that comes out again, that'll be really interesting. Its keyword is change. So let me start shuffling for you again. Okay. Oh, what do we have for the message for Charlie? What do we have for you this time? Thank you. Oh, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups talks about disappointment in this deck, and I put change of emotions. So this tells me you've been feeling a lot of strong emotions. You've been processing those emotions. You'll come out of it. What you need to know is you're going to come out of it. We have the Princess of Wands. It's like, okay, now that I've gotten all that shit off of my shoulders, now that I've dumped all those emotions, it's time to move forward. I see you'll get yourself together. You get yourself together and you keep moving forward. Because there's no other thing for you to do. The bottom of the deck is Temperance. These waters have been building and they needed to come out. You've been holding these feelings back. You've been holding it back, holding it back, holding it back. It needed to come out. So it's time. It's going to come out. You're going to keep moving forward. And yeah, you'll be fine. You will be fine. This is about growth. This is soul growth, energy, work. That's what I get. This is about doing soul growth work with all this together. The Knight of this coming out with the Princess of Wands. Look at the forward momentum, right? A stable forward momentum. You're going to find a reinvigoration to your forward momentum in life after this processing time is complete. By the time April rolls around, by the time the new zodiac year begins, so many of you, including you, Chalet, especially because this is coming out for everyone during your personal, gonna be feeling so much lighter, okay? So do the work right now, my dears. That's what we have for you at this time. Until next time, sending you so much love, peace, and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby.